me to pray. It's not everything I will pray. Me, I will pray for myself.
Everything you do, just put God first. That is that, because what they say, what God has joined together, let no man put anything, any.
But it's the man that is putting asunder. So don't you think it's the man that needs to pray for himself?
The man actually needs help. Like a wife is like it's second hand. Should I say it's support? She was the reason they are like helper to the man. All right, bosses out there, you've heard the story, and this woman really needs an advice because the husband needs help. I think so. So you just put the call through to this number 0902 922 2944 or 0807 777 3288. You can send us a message to our WhatsApp number or send us a text message to that number 0901 625 2525 here on Boss FM 95.5 Abuja. That one is for the lady. You know, it's not easy, Boss Queen. If you are to be in that woman's shoe, I don't know what will you even do.
If I happen to be in that woman's shoe, which I know I will never be.
Hello, good evening, boss. Oh, lost that one.
We lost that call.
Just put the call through to 09029 222944 or 0807 777 3288. Okay, straight to you, boss. Like, you know, it's not easy to you. You're saying something that to you, what will you do?
Boss, peace, you know me. Boss, with of love. You know me now. You know me, I don't like trouble. I don't want problem. See, if this happens to me, it's true I'm going to call my husband to ask him the first time, honey, what is happening? I know some of you will say nothing. Even if we ask for 100 times, you will say nothing. So I cannot come and kill myself. So that thing that you are looking for, you will get that thing. Now he has gotten it. But Peter said the woman don't have, maybe the woman did not stand well. Is it Boss Peter? Yeah, it's Boss Peter. So I don't know how else I'm going to stand. Maybe I'm not strong, I'm not outspoken, and now he wants somebody that is outspoken. So he has gotten the person.
I think that woman is so weak. She's a weakling.
What are we going to do? What are
she needs advice. The only thing that she needs right now is to call, or she just go for a family meeting. Understand? I believe they married legally, except they did not marry legally.
So now that she's talking of shame, she's shy going out.
Shy going out.
Is it calling the family meeting that will solve this shyness?
That is the problem. That's why we are calling on, and we are just sending the story out so the callers can call, and also because right now my own advice might not be enough for her right now, and yours too might not be enough. That is why we open the floor for the callers to put the call through to advise this boss lady. She really needs help, and the husband needs help. Where she needs help is the advice, and where the husband needs help is to stop doing what he is doing.
So, from me, if I want to advise this woman, I'm not saying she should take my advice totally, but madam, if I'm you, just go and get yourself a dark goggle, eyeglass. When you're going out, knock your thing. Nobody is seeing your eyes. It's contribution. I'm giving my own advice.
That's contribution for how long? That's the problem.
Leave that thing. It's either you get yourself a black goggle. No, I can't advise you to pack out of your house, because if you leave that house, the second wife will occupy your space. So just get yourself a goggle and forget about them. Let them act their drama whenever they're tired.
All right, just put the call through. If you're just joining us, here is Boss FM 95.5 Abuja, the station that knows the news and entertainment, and it's Love City time, whereby we just will come on air and we'll talk about love, on how to handle your love, and on how to get advice on what to do in your relationship, things that are happening and how to deal with them. All right, and we have this story that we've just read right now. A boss lady seeking for an advice on what to do. Her second wife to the husband has been fighting her husband because the husband has been running after other women And the first wife who brought this issue said that she has never, for once, fight her husband when the husband has been running after her being the second wife. That why would the second wife be doing that? And right now, it's causing a big chaos in her street, whereby she doesn't walk freely. Some people will be, that nagging, side comment, and all the rest. It does bother this boss lady, and you can put that call through to also send your advice to this young boss lady. And if you want to put that call through, you can just call these numbers: 09029 222944 or 0807 777 3288. I can send our WhatsApp message to our WhatsApp number, or also send a text message to that number too as well. And the number is 09016 252525. And that's it.
All right. While we were talking, our guest just walked in. She's no other person but our very own beautiful, dark and lovely Mrs. Victoria Yusuf. We used to call her Mama Vico. She's the best. In fact, in the whole of Abuja, she's the best. Yeah, I'm so happy to introduce her on our show this evening. Boss Mama Vico, you're welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody.
All right. So, you listened to our conversation. You heard the story. So, what do you have to say to this boss lady?
This issue is something that is rampant in our society. Even though we might want to sound as if it's just a one-time thing or it's just a one-person thing, but it actually happens to a lot and a lot and a lot of people. So the truth is, we just need to be very careful what we say and what we do, because marriage is very, very delicate. This woman, we don't know how long she has been married, we don't know how they got married, and it's only one side of the story we are hearing. However, we need to ensure that she knows the truth, which is she needs to discover herself.
Yeah.
Because when a woman knows who she is, and you know what you are doing by yourself, for your family, if you have children, and your husband is now misbehaving, call him to order.
Yeah.
It's not about fighting other ladies. Now, according to her story, she didn't make trouble with him when he was about to get the second wife, when she was still on the road as a side chick. And now, this lady is inside the picture now. She's now married or in, maybe either living together or living around them.
Yeah.
And now she's the one making a whole hell of trouble. So the thing is, avoid trouble. Because if you know yourself, just avoid the other woman. Then, because if you have discovered your own purpose, work with your own purpose. We will never on this station or any other place, I won't, and I know this station will not advise that you leave your marriage or you divorce your husband, but at least call him to order. Because we say it over and over that before you marry a man, marry somebody that you can call to order. Marry somebody that he has someone you can always report to. So let there be that set of people around. If it's his parents, if it's his pastor or his imam, if it is his friends, there must be somebody he respects in the community, in the family. You can report him to those people and say, my husband is doing this and this and this. We have, I've been quiet all this long. Now she has married this person, and this person is now causing an issue. Speak to her, speak to him. Or better still, go for counseling. Because the thing is, we are only hearing one side of the story, like I said earlier. So we have to be extremely careful. So boss lady, discover purpose. Do what is important for yourself. Because if you go and overthink about this issue, BP is real. Before you go and bury something you did not bargain for, and then if anything happens to you physically, they will go ahead with their life.
Yeah, exactly.
And then your children will now suffer. That's if you already have children. Then if you are not with children yet, what is the issue? What made him to look out? Is there anything you can do physically, spiritually, praying? I mean, when I say spiritually, I'm talking about prayers. Because a lot of people say, oh, I'm praying for my husband, I'm praying about my marriage, but we are actually complaining and murmuring. If you really know how to do your prayers like you ought to, look at David. He prayed and prayed and prayed. He worshipped God. He thanked God severally, and things turned around for him. Several times he will have been killed. So we need to learn what tools to use to pull people, pull God's attention towards us, pull our spouses towards us. I'm sure that it's lack of understanding that led to
Exactly.
all this. Because if you understand your husband, you know what makes him to tick. You won't go out to the extent of allowing him and you just keep quiet all along till he actually brings in a side chick as a wife. And now he's still going ahead. Because a lot of people actually settle for nonsense. Because if you don't know yourself, you just say, oh, it's my husband, what will I do? And you know, men are like that. And you know, and the man will now be, you know, like a boss. Yes, I can do whatever I want. I can deal with this woman. I can, you know, mess around. I can sleep with many. I
But
can
you
have
want to
her.
give your husband peace, because when you start trying to call them to order, they'll say my wife doesn't give me peace, I'm having high BP, or my wife don't have action. Maybe you are a cool, gentle wife. Now they're looking for that one that has action. So what do you think?
That's
Right,
why we should balance it.
Hello, good evening, boss.
Hello?
Yeah, good evening, boss. What's the name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Sokoro Village. I'm Faith Emmanuel.
Okay, welcome. Is this your first time? Are you a first time caller?
Hello?
Are you a first time caller?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
All right,
Oh,
do what
do
call
what
us
to call
back.
us back.
Okay, Mama Vico, you were saying something.
I was saying earlier that it's very necessary for us to balance our relationship and the way we handle issues. Because a lot of people will say, oh, my husband, okay, the wife is quiet and all that. You cannot be quiet and be successful in marriage, all true. You have to be able to balance ruggedity in the place of prayer. As in, you have to be bold. You have to be able to demand some things from your
Right.
spouse.
Hello?
Yeah, good evening, boss.
Evening, you're speaking with Faith Emmanuel from Sokoro Village.
All right.
Alright, boss
Are you a
Faith.
first time caller, boss Faith?
Yes.
Whoa.
All right, welcome to Boss FM 95.5
What I have to say,
Abuja.
what I have to say pertaining the first wife, the first wife, since she cannot fight for her own husband, then another person is fighting. Why would she say that she's ashamed? Ashamed of what?
Okay.
It didn't sound. It didn't sound well. If
Alright.
you cannot fight for your own, and another person is fighting, and you are still telling that you are ashamed. She has to fight for her own rights because she don't want anything that will come into her marriage that will destroy her marriage.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much, boss.
Wow.
Ah,
Everybody, you know, I
yes.
ask you that question.
Yeah.
Because we've got some men that you see them out, like all these UP, some of them, I'm not saying all, you see them with their other women. And when you ask, or they tell their woman that, my wife don't have problem. My wife knows
She's
I'm
very
even dating you.
understanding.
Or that word, my wife is understanding. My wife doesn't talk.
If you won't mind.
So the wife that don't have action, that is understanding, and now they have brought in this one now that has action, just like Boss Faith just said now.
That is why she needs to fight for her home. I'm saying discover purpose. It's not just saying a word or it's not just speaking English. It's about knowing what you carry. If you know yourself, why would you be begging for a man's attention? And if you want that marriage to work, there are some things you do for men. For women, you might be thinking that, oh, if I don't pay attention to him, or if I take my own life serious, he will feel threatened, or he will now start thinking that I'm not interested in him again. No, sometimes you give a man space. When you give him space and he sees that, oh, this woman is now becoming more serious with her career, with her job, with her life, with the children, she's organized, she's doing things for herself, that man will sit up.
Wow.
Especially if he still loves her. He'll be like, oh, my wife is now, responsible. She's now independent. She can do some things. She can pull weight in the family by herself. And then if you can correct him privately, forget about the things he's doing. There are some tools you use for some men. It will make them to rethink and reset their brains. There are sometimes you don't have to shout at a man. You don't have to insult him in public. Yes, he has messed up. He knows he has messed up. So you don't go around and say, oh, so now you are sleeping with everything in skirts. So you are now, you are now the woman rapper of the society. You are now doing this. You are good for nothing. No.
Okay.
Get busy. Do some things for yourself.
It's not easy. Like, so women might just be thinking and also be low. Like, so women don't like problems. That's that. But before we go further, you can also watch us live or stream us live on our Facebook fan page, Boss FM 95.5 Abuja fan page on our Facebook page. You can send in your comments and also tell us what's your take on it too as well, because we are live. And you can also put a call through and tell us your take, and also send us your WhatsApp message or also text message to our WhatsApp number. And the numbers you put a call through would be 09029 222944 or 0807 777 3288. And the WhatsApp number would be 09016 252525.
All right, Mama Biko, I want to ask you this last question before we wrap up this segment.
Okay.
Just like our last caller said, Boss Faith, that the first wife couldn't fight for her home, her husband, and now the husband has brought in another woman that is fighting. And I also want to quote one of the callers, that the woman did not fight truly. Yes, it's true, the woman did not fight. And now another person is fighting. And maybe because the man didn't see something in the first wife, that was why he went for the second wife. Now, is it not supposed to be okay? Because if Madam 1 was calm, quiet, and couldn't fight, now you've gotten Madam 2 that is rugged, just the way you put it. She's very rugged. She's now fighting. So why is this man still going out?
The thing is, some men cheat because they want to cheat. They are not cheating because their wife lack anything. Because some men will say, oh, I want her fair and beautiful. Now you are married with fair and beautiful. You are married with busted and hip and all that. Yet they will look out because they want to. Either because naturally they feel they can get away with it, or because there is a force pushing them. I think I've said it here before that some people, they think that, oh, when they are dating multiple girlfriends, and when they now get married, they will now become serious and committed to one person. It doesn't work like that. If you want to really be committed after marriage, you have to go for deliverance. And sometimes, this thing can be in a man's life or in a woman's life, because it can be both ways. You can just say, oh, I want to be faithful to my husband, I want to be faithful to my wife, and be there for years, one way or the other. Without God's help, that thing will come back, and before you know it, you are falling yakata inside sin again. So the fact that this woman, the first woman, did not fight for her marriage, doesn't mean that because there is not a fighter in the home, they will now automatically just become born again, serious, focused, and ditch every other girlfriend. No, it's not like that. So you might still find something else, because the devil is very crazy and stupid and yes, knowledgeable. Because if you tell the devil or any other person that, oh, I want this in my life, even when a woman is actually worshiping you as a husband, when the devil wants to spoil your life and your career, he will still make you have ojukokoro, long throat. That you that said you want fair woman, all of a sudden it is now black woman that is attracting you again. Once you said this one is too quiet, by the time you see a troublesome person, you now say, this one, her trouble is now too much again. It's not for you to go back to the one that is quiet. The devil won't give you that option.
Okay.
Before you know it, you now say, let me look for another one. The ones in the house, they are somehow. I've tested them. Let me go and try another person. You go and carry extra problem again. Extra expenses, extra, baggages.
Okay, and that is that. Right now, I think before we go for this musical break, and we'll come back for the next segment that will have the topic for today's Love City. Before I go for this musical break, I'll be calling out those numbers and also our Facebook fan page, where you can also stream us live too as well. For our Facebook fan page, you can also watch us live or stream us live either on our Facebook Boss FM 95.5 Abuja fan page. And you can also call these numbers. We have our WhatsApp numbers too, that you can also send your messages and also your text messages to the WhatsApp number. But for the calls, you can put the call through to these numbers: 09029 222944 or 0807 777 3288. And the WhatsApp number would be 09016 252525. And I will be going for this musical break, and when we come back, I will be rounding up this segment and also go straight to the next segment, which is the topic for tonight. Until then, stay bossed.
Of your space, so leave that dial on Boss FM 95.5.
let me say to you, I cannot wait to see you. You are the treasure I've been waiting for. Do you know how much I really need you? I dey pray for the day when I can finally kiss you. You know, say every day I dey pray for you. Oh, in my heart today's a permanent place for you. That's why my heart it dey beat like do bang, do bang. 'Cause now you I choose, so I am very no fair. I sing for you wanna be like do bang, do bang. Baby, now you I go pick up, I am very no fair. But there we go. See, I may not give the world to you, but I'll give you what I have. Oh, baby, oh, you are my angel, oh. Could you relate, baby, oh? Sherry, you know, say every day I dey pray for you. Oh, in my heart, oh, there's a permanent place for you. That's why my heart it dey beat like do bang, do bang. 'Cause now you I choose, so I am very no fair. I sing for you wanna be like do bang, do bang. Baby, now you I go pick up, I am very no fair. Only for you it be like do oh. I sing for you, my baby, oh. Do oh. Go for it, oh. I am very, oh, you very, oh. Baby, see me now. If I'm the one, you gotta be only.
Go now.
All right, people, if you're still hanging there, you are the boss. Yeah, the real boss. So for those that just tuned in, you just found the boss station. This is Boss FM 95.5 Abuja, and we are on Love City. Love City comes up here on Boss FM every Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Friday from the hour of 5 p.m. all through 8 p.m. All we do here on Love City is to talk about love, everything and anything that has to do with love, how to make our relationships work. That is what we do here on Love City. Love City got different segments, from the story of the day to our topic of discussion for the day, and then we'll move to the shout-out segment. So if you're just joining, you just missed the story for the day. So we are on to the topic, and the topic we're having before us today is how to get him to pop the question. How do you get him to pop the question? This is Africa. So I don't know if we can get her to also pop the question. And doing that with us today in the studio is no other person, but Boss Mrs. Victoria Yusuf. Welcome, ma.
Nice to be here again.
All right, boss, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so you know the topic we have here today, how to get him to pop the question. How do we even know this person before we get him into popping the question? And what is this question?
The special question is, will you marry me? Or will you want to spend the rest of your life with me? So that is the question we want him to pop.
Okay.
And there are several ways to get that done.
Mhm.
So averagely, we all say in Africa till date that it's not actually good for a lady to propose because we are standing basically on the word of God, the Bible, most of the times. And we quote the part that the man will leave his family and cleave to his wife, or that a man who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. So these are the basic reasons why we don't encourage ladies to pop the question. However, there are certain things that you can do that can hint this man or make him feel that you are interested to take your relationship forward. And you cannot, require someone to pop the question or to even take your relationship serious or further if you have not known them to an extent, if you have not understood them to an extent, and if you cannot see a future with that person, there is no need of even trying to pop the question or trying to make him say or make him ask you to spend the rest of your life with him. So the most important thing is knowing who you are, knowing this person, this man. Is he worth the trouble? Is he worth going along with this journey for life? If he is worth the journey, okay, if he's worth all the trouble, then there are certain things that you're going to hear from us tonight that will help you help him pop the question. Because some people are shy, some people are scared. As in, recently, a young guy, I went on and on. I was like, no, it's not that bad. There are still very good girls. There are still very good ladies out there.
Yeah.
There are still ladies that are, pure in and out, that have good characters, that have good upbringing, and they are actually ready for marriage. So don't just generalize it and say, oh, people from the so set of people or people from certain locations are all messed up. Nobody is ready to marry, or nobody is ready to start small. That notion is totally wrong. As in, I spent more than 30 minutes trying to convince this young man.
Wow.
And he was like, no, he's not ready yet. Marriage is so expensive. Wedding planning is so expensive. We went on and on and on. But thank God, at least my husband too was around that particular day, and I was so excited because we were able to convince him finally that going through the process of proposing to somebody and planning for your marriage is one of the best things you can do for yourself, because it's better to be two than one.
Yeah.
A lot of people are trying to do everything by themselves, but when you get the right person in your boat, you will scale through all the storms of life together and happily.
Wow,
But
when you get the right, person,
person.
in your boat, I love that.
But what are the ways or what are the things to say that would make the man ask, will you marry me? Like, are there certain things to be said? What are they? Like, are there certain things to be said?
Yes, of course, there are a lot of things to say and to do. One of the things I will always say that ladies can do is to become independent.
Wow.
As in, know yourself. I talk about this all the time because it's the most important fundamental thing about life. If you don't know yourself, you cannot know who should go along with you.
Okay.
If you don't know yourself, what you carry, that is why you will see somebody like the story we had today.
Yeah.
That the woman is saying she's shy for somebody else's headache, shy for somebody else's trouble. So if you know yourself within and out, you know what you carry, you know where you are going in life, you'll be able to know, is this man fit for me?
Yeah.
Can I love and respect this man forever? Whether he has a job that pays him millions or he has a job that pays him 50,000, or whether he's out of job completely for months or years, will I still be able to submit to this man? Will I be able to also respect him? Because it's very, very key. A lot of people will just say, oh, I want my boyfriend to pop the question. I want my boyfriend to, get married. This and that.
Yeah.
It's not just rushing to the altar. It's doing it properly.
Okay.
And this brings me to the question: must he pop the question? Must your man ask you, will you marry me?
What if you're ready and you know that you're indeed ready, and if actually you pop the question as the wife to be, as intended wife to be, if you pop the if you try to pop the question and you know that yes, the husband to be, whereas will like accept it.
No.
So you should actually
wait for the man to pop.
Wow.
But you can wait for ages.
That's why I said there are things you can do to hint him that, oh, I want you to say this, or I would prefer us to take our relationship more serious.
All right.
So if you don't know how to say, that's when you now go on your knees as a lady and say, will you marry me? Marry who?
But is it wrong to say like, hello baby, when are we getting married?
Which baby? No, it's not right, please. It's not.
So I'll keep quiet, and time will be wasted.
It's not about time. It's understanding the person and what works. What I'm going to tell us today might not work for everybody 100%, but at least it's a guide. It's a guide that I'm sure that if you do it properly, you will be able to hint him, prompt him, encourage him, strengthen him to pop the question.
All right. And that one is from our boss, Victoria Yusuf, and is all about the topic getting him to pop the question. Getting him to pop the question. You can put that call through for your own question too, and you can also ask a question. You can also put the call through or your contribution towards this topic this night. And the numbers you put the call through will be 09029 222944 or 0807 777 3288, and our WhatsApp number will be 09016 252525. And if you're joining us now, is Boss FM 95.5 Abuja, the station that knows the news and entertainment, and it's all about time of love, talking about love. And that topic is getting him to pop the question. For the guy, is it right for your fiancé to pop the question first, or you should be the one to pop the question, or whosoever between the both of you that is ready for the marriage, which of you should pop the question? Is it the man? Is it the right of the man to pop the question, or anyone can pop the question, in as much the both of you understand each other? So I don't know, boss, Biko, is it just like I earlier said, that is it right or is it mandatory? Let me put it this way: is it mandatory that it should be the man that will pop the question? Is it mandatory? Okay, fine. In African way and African mentality, the way we do think and we do see things, it's all about that. It's the man that will always do it. But we believe that things change.
Are changing.
Yes, things are changing. Just like I said, change is constant. So things are changing. And if you wouldn't want the delay, and it's only the both of you that knows what is going on, because I believe, I don't know, but I believe that in some marriage, the women or maybe the lady has been the one who first of all pop the question, but keep it low. I don't know if I'm right. So to it now, is it mandatory for that man to pop the question?
Please, it is mandatory. Let the man pop the question, so that he can be the head. He can say, I married this woman. I proposed to this woman. Because you might be thinking, oh, things are changing. The Western world are doing it. So, let's just copy as usual and just flow with the trend. Your children will ask you. Because my own children asked me.
Wow.
And not once, not twice. So how will I go and tell them that, I actually was the one that proposed? And they'll not say, how did you do it? How did you do it? Tell us, how did you do it? Mommy, how did you do it? And I say, I went to a restaurant and I knelt down and I brought the ring out and I said, do you know that you have just programmed your children to feel that, oh, now I as a lady will not be the one to propose. And then when they now see other men doing it, they will not be like, What's wrong with this man? Not knowing that they are the one that actually did the wrong thing. So please, let's try and follow our tradition. There is nothing wrong with the Bible. There's nothing wrong with our tradition. It is proper and it is better for the man to always propose. But you can hint the man. You can lead him on. You can encourage him. You can let him go to some places with you and see the need for him to actually take the serious decision to spend the rest of your life together.
You know, I asked a question earlier. Must there be a propose? Must he propose?
Yes, he must propose to define the relationship. Because some people, do you know that some men are very, very smart? They will beat round the whole bush. They will meet the lady's parents or siblings, and they will meet everybody around, and they will never say, I want to marry you. And then somehow, the woman will say, they are already calling me our wife. Everybody knows me with this man. Everybody understands me. I know this man more than any other man. He's the one I want to spend the rest of my life with, and you now pack your things inside. And at the end, later on, the man can say, did I even propose to you? Did you even marry? Did I even marry you? Did I tell you I want to marry you?
Wow.
See, men are calculative. They think deeply. So if you think that, let me just follow the trend and propose to him, or there's no need of proposal, and since all of us understand that, you know, the way we are close now, everybody knows we're already husband and wife. Very soon we're going to get married, and you go through it like that. Sooner or later, something might come up later in the future, because this is a lifelong journey. And like you said earlier, change is constant.
Yeah.
You might think that, this man will be very nice all along. The woman also the marriage will be all rosy. There will be challenges, because the devil does not like marriage. He's always out after marriages, especially marriages of people that are willing and working on it to be successful. He will try everything to throw you off your guards. And if you don't take care, before you know it, that same man that loved you like crazy can just say one thing and be like, before you know it, you have packed your things. And you're like already out. Maybe you're already in one hotel or in one church or one place. And you're like, I don't want again this and that. And when people start asking you questions, how do you tell them that actually he did not propose or he did not marry you legally? You just pack your things and enter his house. So please, let there be due process. Let there be due process so that you can have something to hold. Do you know that even when you know that God has spoken to this person, this man that is your husband, or spoken to this woman, you still have to hold some things to hold on to when challenges come. Because challenges will always come.
Yeah.
And when those challenges come, you can say, God, you told me this is my husband. Maybe through a dream or through Bible passages or through revelation of one thing or the other, of inner peace. And you could say, these are the reasons why I went ahead to marry this woman. Now that this challenge is here, now that there's no more job, now that there's delay in children, God have mercy, do this, do this, do that. But if you don't have any legal ground, you don't have anything to hold on to, you just pack and you say, everybody is doing it, and my friend is getting married, let me just enter. What you hold?
Oh, all right, boss. Vico, I'm really impressed with the way you're handling this topic. Like, I believe those listening to Boss FM 5.5 Abuja, I believe that you want to put the call through. Just put the call through and also tell us your take on this topic. Okay, and you really know that men, you just like say that men are smart. No, but the other way around, I was thinking that, are you trying to say men are corny to some extent? Like when you say men are smart when it comes to relationship or marriage aspects. To me, I believe that it's just vice versa. Like a woman can actually, to me, I was thinking like that, but I don't know, because some men outside would be like, oh, no, what are they even saying? What are they even saying? What will happen if my fiancé would want to propose to me? But I want to ask this question. I really want to know, because some people out there, or those men, would want to know what one thing, because yes, they actually know that yes, the woman should do something that will propel the husband or the man to pop out the question. But I want to know, what exactly is that thing? What exactly is it? There should be a name to that to that, should I say, that art that will make the man to pop the question. There should be something.
You should understand the man.
Understanding.
Understand the man. Understand whether he's ready for marriage.
So no physical.
There are several things, okay? But
Okay.
one of the most important thing is to understand the man. Is he ready? Because even if you encourage him to propose, if he's not ready, he will linger on. Or it will cause problem later. He might even tell you that it's not because of you that I married you. It's not because you said I should marry, we should marry. It's not because you want to see my parents or whatever. That made me. So there is a whole lot that you can do because you can try not to talk about marriage.
Okay.
Like I said earlier, that some men, they need their quiet time. They want to be left alone. So it's not that if you want a man to propose marriage to you, you don't go and say, hey, when will you ask me to marry you now? Hey, let's talk about marriage. What is your future plan towards marriage? And let's talk about marriage. No, you don't do that.
Oh,
You try as much as possible to avoid the topic.
wow.
When the man sees that, oh, this lady is serious with other things, so it's like marriage is not in her mind, he might now think and say, it's better I talk about marriage now before somebody else will go and talk about it with her. Do you understand?
Yeah, that's
When
true.
you understand man's perspective of life and the way they think, because men are logical, it's women that are emotional. So if you understand that, you'll be able to know that, oh, let me do this for this woman, or let me be able to hold on to her. Let me let her know that I really love her and I would love to spend the rest of my life with her. And then don't make it so obvious. Some people are so obvious. Every conversation is about marriage. Everything is about marriage. Maybe they'll see a couple, a wedding dress now. Come and see this picture. It's very nice. Oh, come and see this comment. These people are fighting. Or come and, you don't need to do that at the initial stage. There are several things you have to do to, keep hinting him that, okay, I am actually thinking, or we should do more about our relationship.
Bosbiko, when he asked that question, I started laughing immediately. And thank God you just said something, that there are several things you need to do. Because there was an argument. Should she be washing the man's clothes, clean the house, cook food, iron the dress, do this one before they know that, yes, I can now pop the question? Is that the thing she should do?
No, no.
You're
Before
wasting
you
your
pop
time.
the question.
You are wasting your time.
You see him?
No, bosses.
Okay.
I believe you're getting it wrong.
No,
I
please.
did it.
She's the relationship coach. So she has to answer this question. Please.
Okay.
Husband material. You have to stay out of this.
All right. If you're joining us for the first time, here is Boss FM 95.5 Abuja, the station that knows the news and entertainment. And you can also stream us on our Facebook fan page, Boss FM 95.5 Abuja fan page on our Facebook. And also you can also put the call through to our call lines, which I'm going to call now, which is 09029 222944 or 0807 777 3288. You can send in your WhatsApp messages or also your text messages to our WhatsApp number, which is 09016 252525. Just call in and also send that message to our WhatsApp platform. Just tell us your take on this topic, because this topic is very, very essential and deep. Because it's as if men are given this authority, or like so many authority when it comes to marriage, but some women does not even want to listen to it anymore, because right now they always say what is equal to a man is also equal to a woman. I don't know, because that is what they say. They always say that.
Please allow him to answer that question before we forget.
No,
Must she wash the clothes?
No, I didn't say that.
Cook,
So the
wash
boss,
the zinc
those boss listening to us,
everywhere before you people pop the question.
those boss listening to us, I believe you want to put that call through to also answer this question. Must the woman wash your clothes, dish, and clean the house before you pop out the question? All right. Good evening, boss. Hello. Good evening, boss.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from, boss?
My name is Tony. I'm calling from Guarepa.
Oh, boss Tony, are you a first-time caller?
Yes, I am.
All right. Welcome to Boss FM 95.5 Abuja. So what's your take?
You see, my take is that older women, mothers, have refused to to take their daughters through the right path of getting married. The mothers have refused or abandoned their primary role of putting the ladies through in a path that they will follow. And that is the mother's marriage is stayed because their mother taught them what to do, but they didn't really teach their daughters. Most marriages that you see that happen here is just because experience is either what you get from people or what you go through, then it becomes an experience. What the mothers went through to have successful homes, they refuse to impact it on their daughters. It's not really about the man's ego. It's not about the man's ego or about the man being logical. There's a stage a man gets to in life, even if it's a blind woman that comes your way, you will marry her. Because by that time, you are tired of staying single. But the real issue is that the mothers in particular, I know why I didn't want to mention fathers, because most things are kept away from fathers.
Yeah.
They don't know most things that happens in their home. Mothers have failed, and our coach refused to mention the mother side of it. He's a mother too, and I don't want to blame her too much for that. So she should encourage mothers in so many female organizations that they have, both in churches and mosques and all the rest, on how best to put the girl child through that aspect of their life called marriage.
Yeah.
It does not have any explanation. You understand?
Yes.
But there are certain things, like issue of a question, must she watch the thing? Women are domesticated from day one. You don't need to watch the thing. From day one. My own sister started cooking in her house when she was 12. But they don't teach us how to cook. They keep on telling you, go and wash the car, go and wash the pan, go and do this. Go to your father's house, to your father's business.
All right.
But she's always with my mother. That is where she learned the few things she knew in her husband's house today. But most mothers have abandoned that role, left it for either teachers or for them to learn on the internet or for them to learn from their peers.
Okay,
Which
boss.
is up to what a mother can give us to the daughter.
Okay, boss. So,
Thank you, have a good day.
all right. Okay, boss.
Thank
Before
you
you
so
go, are you
much.
there?
I'm there.
All right. We have boxes of sweet. Before you go, we have box of sweet of chocolate, candy, lollipop, and caramel. So, which one are you going for?
Is that what?
We have boxes of sweet, chocolate, candy, caramel, and lollipop. So, which one are you going for?
Am I hearing now?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, I said we have boxes of sweet, chocolate, candy, lollipop, and caramel. So, which sweet are you going for?
I'm not good at the three you mentioned, but I think I prefer caramel.
Caramel. Okay. Caramel. What number? We have 1 to 5. So, what number are you going for?
Hello?
Yeah. What number are you going for caramel? All right. He picked caramel.
We'll give him a number. Caramel is Phil Collins.
Okay, Phil Collins. That one is for caramel. And,
So we'll give him number 1.
Number 1. And
Yeah.
what that says?
Do you remember?
Do you remember? I think that one is better for boss. Boss Vicko. What do you have to say to this caller? He actually pointed out some places that you did not touch, and he would want you to also coach us and the listeners and also the viewers too on parental guidance, especially the mothers to the daughters.
I actually appreciate what he has said because it's actually true that a lot of mothers are becoming very busy with job and family and upbringing and all that they actually forget some aspects of upbringing for their daughters and their young ladies. Maybe because of the way I was brought up, maybe that's why I never really saw it as a need or as a vacuum, because my mom is and was a relationship expert, and she's always commenting, you like this, you have to cook, you have to clean, you have to do that. So what we are actually saying is it's good for parents, for mothers to train their daughters to learn how to how to do domestic work at home. But what we are also saying is that it's not right for them to go to the man's house and wash and clean for him. So there are two aspects to this topic now, to this aspect.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's actually right and it's expected. Even the Bible said that the older women should teach the younger women, the younger wife, how to submit, how to take care of their husbands and things like that. So if you are married, you've been married for some years, you have children. Even Pastor Kumi, he said, as soon as your daughters are, or your children are 2 years old, teach them how to wash handkerchiefs. And I've said it here before, that I took that seriously, even though I'm not a Deeper Life member, but I was privileged to read that in one of their books, Women Mirror. Thank
All right.
you.
Okay. I need to take this call. Hello. Good evening, boss.
Hello.
Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay. What's the name and where you calling from, boss?
Hello, are you hearing me?
I can hear you, boss. Go ahead. What's your name and where you calling from?
Okay, my name is Adeoye David.
Adeoye David.
Boss
I
Adeoye.
am calling from Kubwa.
Okay. Are you a first time caller, boss?
Yes, I am a first-time caller.
Welcome.
Welcome to Boss FM 95.5 Abuja.
You said?
Welcome to Boss FM 95.5 Abuja.
Go ahead.
You're welcome. Thank
Right.
you so much.
Go
So
ahead.
It's
What's your
been
take?
awesome listening to the program
Okay.
and quite educative. And I just want to, buttress one or two things again to say that whichever way we may look at it, the man must always take the lead. But in situations where the man may not, because we have some men that by virtue of upbringing, they are unable to stand up to speak up. And so we have had a lot of men lose their life partner because of the inability to speak at the right time. For such, the woman, there are a lot of things, and there are a lot of body language that you can put up. There are a lot of things, show of attention that you can use, not necessarily asking, popping the question, but there are a lot of other things you can do to show, the interest or to really set the man, or to set the ball rolling rather, for the man to speak. Yeah, so, then in the other aspect too, women have a lot to do. Roles have been abandoned today, both women and men. But in the case here that we're talking, both women and men have a lot to do, women have a lot to do as a parent in this upbringing.
Yeah.
I know one of my friends, that was humiliated at a very tender age. Because of that, he couldn't look up to speak to a woman. So the parents have a lot to do in the aspect of building the capacity of the children for the future. Thank you.
All right,
Thank you so
boss.
much.
Before you go, we have boxes of sweet. We have caramel, candy, lollipop, and chocolate. So which sweet are you going for?
I think I like candy.
Candy.
Oh.
Candy number what?
Candy number 2.
Okay.
Oh, number 2 has been taken.
Number 2 has been taken. So I will have the rest.
1, 3, 4,
Four and
and
five.
5.
Okay, number 1.
All right.
Okay. Thank you so much.
And stay bossed.
Candy is actually Timi Dakolo, and number 1 is Iyawo Mi.
But before we go ahead, I think we need to go for this musical break, and when we come back, it should be a wrap on this segment concerning this topic, because I know many of these listeners now joining us, they'll be wondering, they would want, because this, just like I said, this topic is actually deep, and it's very, very essential for parents out there to also know how to build their children on way of going about their relationship aspect when it comes to who to pop the question or how to pop the question. Before we go ahead for this topic, I'll be going for this musical break. Until then, stay boxed.
It's your one and only Boss FM 95.5 Abuja.
Like an angel in the morning, shooting star across the night. The most beautiful girl I've seen in all my life. Every second spent with you, it's like a day that starts brand new. Girl, I'm so amazed at all the things you do. Yes, I wanna build my whole world around you. So I promise you forever and for always. And girl, you are my sunshine, baby, don't you go away. Yeah, want me, all over me, already I love you. I will love you forever. Yeah, want me, all over me, already I love you. I will love you forever. I hear music in your words and in the way you call my name. When you're by my side, I can't do anything. You're my best friend, you're my lover. Without you, no one else would do. Through thick and thin, I know we'll make it through. Yes, I wanna build my whole world around you. So I promise you forever and for always. Girl, you are my sunshine, baby, don't you go away. Yeah, want me, all over me, already I love you. Say I will love you forever. Yeah, want me, all over me, already I love you. I will love you forever. My baby, you are my sunshine, my love and my essence. There's no one like you. My baby, you are my sunshine, my love and my essence. There's no one like you. You are me, all over me, already I love you. Say I will love you forever. Oh, you are me, all over me, already I love you. Say I will love you forever. My sugar, my honey, my lover, I will love you forever. My baby, my lover, and my best friend, I will love you forever. I place no woman above you. I will love you forever. I promise to always love you, baby. I will love you forever. And there's no one other comes close. I will love you forevermore. And ever and ever and evermore. I will love you forever. 'Cause you are my baby, my sunshine. I will love you forever.
All right, ìyàwó mi, olólùfẹ́ mi, I promise to love you and I will love you forever. Yeah, that is how we do it here on Boss FM 95.5 Abuja, and this is Love City. Just as we said earlier, Love City comes up Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Friday from the hour of 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. This is, in fact, we're rounding up this segment. And we still got our one and only beautiful boss, Mama Vico, in the studio. All right. Our topic for today is how to get him to pop the question. So if you just tuned in, you've missed a lot. You just have to make it a date with us tomorrow, okay? For more interesting editions like this. All right. So, Mama, this is the time for you to wrap up this segment.
All right. So the things that you need to do to make sure that this man pops the question is to be financially responsible. When you want a man to pop the question, you have to be financially responsible, which means you have to know what finances is about, be able to pull your weight, be able to do certain things for yourself financially. Because if you cannot pull your weight, if you cannot do certain things for yourself, it might scare the man from wanting to propose to you. Because no man wants a liability. I remember growing up, my dad used to talk about it a lot, that it's not good to be a liability. No man wants a liability. So as a lady, be sure that you can pull your weight. Know what it means to be able to budget, save money, or have a source of income. Get a career or a job or a business that you're doing that gives you your own money. And also the way you speak when it comes to relationship or money issues will actually let the man know whether you are mature enough to go ahead to marry. Also have a circle of married friends that are sincere, they are, enjoying their marriage. You can have a relationship with them once in a while. You guys go out, speak with these people, let them talk to this man if you really want to marry him or let him propose to you. Then also develop good character. Because no matter what you do, no matter the hints that you are giving, you might even think that you are good, you are beautiful, you are smart, you are educated. If you don't have some characters, okay, like humility, respect, if you cannot respect this man, if he does not see you as someone that can respect him or that can teach his children godly characters, that can help him bring up godly seed. Because even I was writing a book recently and I said that even drug dealers want a godly wife that can help them train their children to be godly. So there is all tendency that men want godly women. You don't want spoiled brats that will bring problem or sicknesses or diseases into their families and cut short their life or that of their children. So there is a whole lot of things that you can do. Then take away the money pressure from the man. A lot of people make a lot of demands every now and then. I want to make my hair, is the man you run to. My phone is bad, is the man you run to. My mother this, my father this, my brothers, my sisters. All that money pressure. If the man even wanted to propose, and now he now sees a woman that maybe she's working, but she does not want to spend on her money on him. She's always asking. The man might be scared to propose to her. Because he might be thinking that now she has not even married, she's asking me, making all this long list of demands. So when we now want to do the wedding, there will be a whole lot of demands. And when we get married, this woman that is working and earning so amount of money, even if you have not discussed it, he has an idea of what you make.
Responsibility.
Not totally. That's why they said a woman is a helpmeet. You're supposed to help him. But that doesn't mean that you should be careless and then spend all your money thinking, oh, if I impress him, but if I take care of his family members, if I do this and that, he will now propose it and, ask me out in marriage or whatever like that. You have to be understanding. Like I said earlier, you have to be sensitive to understand this man. Is he ready? Because a lot of men can be around us and we are thinking, oh, I want to marry this man. I want to spend the rest of my life with him. Is he ready to be responsible for you and for your children to be and for your in-laws and yourself? Is he a responsible person in the first place? Does he know God? A lot of people say, I want a God-fearing man. Is the woman also God-fearing? I want a honest man, a faithful man. Are you faithful? Are you honest? So there should be a balance. You can't just expect a man, oh, because you are always going to weddings together, or his family members knows you guys together, your friends knows him, or you go for picnic, you go out, you invest in your relationship, you do all this. And yet if he's not married, you can't pull him. Just like we can't pull a horse to the river and force it again to drink water.
Exactly.
So please, we have to balance it up as much as possible that we want him to, propose and all that. You also, what are you bringing to the table? Don't just say, oh, I'm beautiful, I'm smart, I'm working. Your character speaks louder than any other thing. And men will be watching you for a long time like this. This woman, the way she said this thing, that means she will amplify this thing when we get married. I can't marry her. And they will not want to say it out. So sometimes you might be thinking, this is the man. I want him to. You pinch him, you pull him, you control him in your own way. You send him to marriages or weddings. You go out together. You ask him questions. What is your future plan? What is your purpose? What is this and that? If he is not ready, he is not ready.
Wow.
Okay. And that one is from Boss Vico, rounding up this topic on how can what will you do as a woman to make him pop? That question, right? And right now, if you're joining us here, it's Boss FM 95.5 Abuja, the station that knows the news and entertainment. And we've got our fan page on Facebook. You can follow us on Facebook, and you can stream us live on Facebook on our Facebook fan page, Boss FM 95.5 Abuja fan page. And you can also put the call through and also send us a WhatsApp message or text to our WhatsApp number. And the number you put the call through as we're rounding up this segment will be 0902 922 2944 or 0807 777 3288. And the WhatsApp number will be 09016 252525.
Okay, that is the end of this segment.
This segment.
Mama Vico, the only relationship coach in Abuja. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much.
Anytime you come to the studio, you drop it like you know how it is, the way it is. As in, she doesn't mind the words. As in, I love it. Thank you so much.
And right now we're going for this musical break, and as we come back, the last segment. That should be the shout out segment, and what segment again?
The X Game Show.
The X Game Show. Yeah. All right, we're going for this musical break. On today, stay boss.
Baby, I've been searching for my only one, and you made me feel like now my life has just begun. Hey, I'm so glad I found you now, my work is done, and it's perfect mathematics when two become one. Baby, oh yeah, I breathe. Baby girl, you complete me. What's in I go do if you know be you and I were meant to be, baby. Just like the stars were made to light the sky, and like the pretty birds were made to fly, like the sun was made to shine, and the moon was made for
This is Boss FM 95.5 Abuja. We know the news and entertainment. Stay bossed. Stay bossed.
Get married to you.
You're from, and the person you want to send a shout out to and request your favorite the song you want us to play for you after choosing that boxes of sweets, whichever one, anyone you choose from, that is that. And before we go for this musical break, and before Boss Queen, she has something to say. I know she always has something to say. Don't forget, if you're joining us and if you're tuning to this frequency, welcome to Boss FM 95.5 Abuja, the station that knows the news and entertainment. And you can as well watch us live or stream us live on our Facebook fan page, Boss FM 95.5 Abuja fan page. And you can also put that call through now, or also send us that message or text message to our WhatsApp number. And the number you put the call through, send the shout out, will be 09029 222944 or 0807 777 3288. And the WhatsApp number will be 09016 252525. Over to you, Boss Queen. Do you have something to say, right?
Yeah. Actually, I wanted saying this for the benefit of those that just tuned in. So for our songs, that is the artist for the day. All right, we've got Caramel. We have a call.
Hello, good evening, boss.
Hello.
Good evening, boss. What's the name and where you calling from, boss? Oh, lost that one. You can put a call through to this number 09029 222944 or 0807 777 3288. Or you can send us a WhatsApp message to 09016 252525. All right.
Okay, so I was saying something.
Hello, good evening, boss.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yeah,
Good
good evening.
evening.
What's your name? Where are you calling from, boss?
Beatrice. Beatrice from Durumi 1.
Boss Beatrice.
From Durumi. Welcome. Are you the first time caller, boss?
Yeah, this is my first time of calling.
Wow.
Oh, welcome to Boss FM 95.5 Abuja. So, who are you sending the shout out to?
I send you my shout out to all the staffs and my colleagues,
Okay.
Tobacco Company,
Mm.
Kaura District of Abuja,
Okay.
my uncle,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Elisha.
Mm-hmm. All right. Before you go, we have boxes of sweets. We have caramel, we have candy, we have lollipop and chocolate. So, which sweet are you going for?
Candy.
Candy number what?
Candy number 1.
Number 1 has been taken.
Number one
We
has
have
been taken.
3, 4, and 5.
5.
All right. Candy
Candy
number
number
5.
five.
And that's Timi Dakolo,
Dakolo.
the woman I love.
All right. Do have a wonderful night, rest, and also stay boss.
All right. You know, I was saying something before we had that call. I wanted to call out the number, okay?
You can call out this number. Hello. Good evening, boss.
Hello.
Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from, boss?
Hello, my name is Becky. I'm
Boss.
calling from Green Park.
Oh, boss
Boss
Destiny.
Becky.
Okay, Becky. All right. Are you a first time caller, boss?
Yes, sir.
Woo!
Welcome to Boss FM 95.5 Abuja.
Thanks, sir.
All right. So tell us, who are you sending the shout out to?
I'm sending a shout out to my boyfriend.
Wow, that's lovely.
All right. All right. Okay. And before you go, we've got boxes of sweets. We've got chocolate. We've got candy. We've got caramel and lollipop. So which sweet are you going for?
I guess chocolate.
Oh, chocolate. Chocolate number what? What number?
Chocolate number 3.
Wow. Chocolate. That is Nonso Amadi.
Nonso.
And number 3 is Eye to Eye.
Wow.
You just made a wonderful
You just
choice.
made a wonderful selection. All right.
Boss Becky, thank you so
Thanks
much
so
for
much.
calling.
Estate boss.
Okay.
Send a shout out to the boyfriend, and do you know what?
Eye
Wow.
to eye.
Eye to eye.
All right, for those that just joining, these are artists for today. For our caramel box, we have Phil Collins. Chocolate is Nonso Amadi. Lollipop is Marvin Gaye. And candy is Timi Dakolo. Wow.
All right, and you can still do well to just follow us on our fan page, and also, just do the needful, like, share, and comment on our Facebook fan page, Boss FM 95.5 Abuja fan page on Facebook. And I'll be going for this musical break. And when I come back, you have to just put the call through, send a shout out to whosoever I want to send a shout out to, and also the S game too as well. Will be coming to you, and just put the call. I want to say you forgiving whosoever that have offended you, and also you've offended anyone. And that's that. I'll be going for this musical break. Until then,
Stay boss.
From the very first time that I set my eyes on you, I didn't feel Cupid's arrow. It was no love at first sight, but I knew there was something so special about you. Baby girl, as I got to know you, you've turned this boy into a man, and my mistakes into a plan. So I never let you go. This is the woman I love. She's the center of my joy. And this is the woman I love. No one else can make me say I do. She makes me go la 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 la. She makes me go. She makes me go. No one else can make me say I do. Oh, what a gift from the Almighty God. She's no fair weather friend. I'd give anything just to have a laugh at her. So she's my shining star, and as the days go by, I found the reason why this little boy should be a man. Turn my mistakes into a plan, so I never, never, never let her go. This is the woman I love. She's the center of my joy. This is the woman I love. No one else can make me say I do. She makes me go la 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 la. She makes me go. She makes me go. No one else can make me say I do. I promise to be the love of your life. I promise to make you my queen and my wife. I promise there'll be no reasons for you to let go, let go, let go, let. I promise to be your man. I promise I'll remain your husband and friend. I promise there'll be no reason for me to let go, let go, let go, let go. This is the woman I love. She's the center of my joy. This is the woman I love. I place the one above her. Ooh, 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 yeah. La 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 la. She makes me go. She makes me go. No one else can make me feel so loved. This is the woman, and this is the woman. This is the woman. This is the woman. This is the woman. Love. No one else can make me say I do. She makes me go. La 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 la. She makes me go. She makes me go. Yeah.
This is Boss FM 95.5 Abuja. We know the news and entertainment. Stay bossed.
We tried, no strings attached. It only brought me closer to you. Met some girls in my past, but none of them could hold up to you. My mama ain't raised me to be shaky. Ain't giving you up, I give it daily. Just give me a sign, don't need to say it. Having the vibe, you give me, baby. I give my love for your time. Ain't nothing is a fair exchange. Covered in various lies, but you can't see me still. I give my love for your time. Ain't nothing is a fair exchange. Always seem to want you more. Oh, no, no, no. Always see eye to eye, but we know when it's the perfect time. Always see eye to eye, but we know when it's the perfect time. Always see eye to eye, but we know when it's the perfect time. Always see eye to eye, but we know when it's the perfect time. Yeah, you messing with my state of mind. You always gon' stay the night. You never say the things I like, but you know we got some things I like. I'm just getting started. It's like you never wanted this. Loving you so tight. So look where you leave, look where you're leaving me. How come I'm missing you so frequently? I always say that I was done with you. If I'm away, I'll always come for you. Look where you leave, look where you're leaving me. How come I'm missing you so frequently? I always say that I was done with you. If I'm away, I'll always come for you. We don't always see eye to eye, but we know when it's the perfect time. Always see eye to eye, but we know when it's the perfect time. Always see eye to eye, but we know when it's the perfect time. Always see eye to eye, but we know when it's the perfect time.
Members only tonight. Yeah, welcome back from the musical break. You're still on to Boss FM 95.5 Abuja, and this is still Love City. Love City comes up every Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Friday from the hour of 5 p.m. all through 8 p.m. We've got 3 segments on Love City, starting from the story of the day to our topic of discussion for the day, and then we'll move to the shout out segment. On this segment, you don't just shout out alone. We also do the X game show. Would you like to go back to your ex or do something for us? And then on this segment is the time for you to ask for forgiveness, to say sorry to that person you've offended, to let go of whatever anybody or anyone might have done to you. And it's also a time for you to forgive people that either they offended you or not. Just say sorry to them and let everything slide. That is how we do it here on Love City, because we preach love. We say love. You know, when you love somebody, when you love yourself, you love others. So that is what we do here on Love City. Okay, we've got a message here. Good evening, bosses.
Good evening, boss.
This is Mr. Akin from Niger State. I really missed your show. Please kindly play me Candy number 3 for my beautiful and sweet treasure. Wow. Thank you so very much, Boss Akin, all the way from Niger State. Stay boss. Okay?
Just like what we say, you can stream us live on our Facebook fan page. If you're far, okay, you can just stream us live from our Facebook fan page, Boss FM 95.5 Abuja fan page. All right, and right now we're still here for you to just send your shout out to whosoever you want to send a shout out to. Just put a call through. And if you're joining us here for the first time, here is Boss FM 95.5 Abuja, station that knows the news and entertainment. And for you to put a call through, put a call to these numbers 09029 222944 or 0807 777 3288. Or you can send your WhatsApp messages to our WhatsApp number, or text message to our WhatsApp number to 09016252525. Just put a call through, and that's it. Just send a shout out to, could be your mom, could be anyone, could be your loved ones, it could be your enemies, you know.
And it can be me in the studio, you
also,
know.
hey, it also can be me. It can also put a call and say, yeah, you send a shout out to Boss Wifi, yeah, in the studio. All right, just put a call through, and we've got boxes of sweet.
Yeah.
We've got caramel, we've got candy for you, we've got lollipop and chocolate.
Yeah, but we're exhausting our candy box, which is Timida Kolo.
Timida Kolo.
Before now we had number 3 and 4.
Right.
But Boss Akin just picked number 3. So
3.
we are left with number 4. That
Right.
is for the candy. And then for lollipop, which is Marvin Gaye, we still have number 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Right.
For chocolate, we have number 1, 2, 4, and 5. For caramel, which is Phil Collins, we still have number 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah.
All right, all these boxes of sweet are just for you. All right, for you to just put a call through, just send a shout out to whosoever you want to send a shout out to, and request for that your sweet and song in it for we to just play for you, so we can just yeah, and the person listening to it too will be like, yeah, thank you so much, you know.
Just like one boss always do. If you're listening, God will keep blessing you, okay? Yeah. The boss always send me chocolates because he knows I like. In fact, I love chocolates.
Right.
I love it more than anything.
Are you serious? I don't need to love chocolate. But what do I even? Do I even have my taste? Or should I say I also love chocolate?
You should. You should.
But no, I don't like chocolates.
You don't like chocolate?
Lollipop. I'm gonna go for lollipop.
You are missing.
You're also mixing.
Oh, I have it here.
All right, lollipop.
It's a good evening, Love City.
Good evening.
I am Lawrence Exploit.
Oh.
Boss Gene is not here today. Oh. Please play any number from Lollipop for the beautiful Queen of Love. Please, she really needs the lollipop. Good night.
All right, good night to you, Boss Lawrence.
Yeah, what we have in our lollipop box?
Lollipop.
Okay, lollipop is Marvin Gaye. Though he
Anything
didn't put
from Marvin Gaye.
Yeah, the beautiful collections.
Let's get it on.
Yeah.
I think that should be, or let's get it on. Or what do you think we should play for you?
You know I can't pick a number.
Okay.
Pick for me, please.
All right, I'll be picking. Let me take number 2.
Okay, let's get on it.
Let's get it.
Wow.
All right.
All right.
Okay, the
thank
box
you so
out
very
there. We're
much.
going for this musical break, and when we come back, we'll be expecting you to just put a call through and also send us your WhatsApp messages and also your text messages as well to our WhatsApp platform, and also go to our Facebook fan page, like, comment, and share too as well here on Boss FM 95.5 Abuja. If you're joining us now, and for the Facebook fan page is Boss FM 95.5 Abuja fan page. I'll be going for this musical break. Stay bossed.
nwaanyị dị mana nwere nwaanyị ka ibe ya enyerebe eji ọrụ ofu anya ji isi ụgwọ nwa ọma eji eje mba ọ dị be eze nwa m ede m ụkọ anya foro onugbaji bọs na abịrịba nwa m ekene m ga-ekene m ga-ekene m ga-ekene m ọ ya dị
You're my melody, my sweet baby, the one where they make my heart go jim jim and shake body. See, I promise you, you go chop money. The love way you give me so, and I don't really. The queen will own my heart, the crown upon my head, the essence of my life. Oh, you know me more. The queen will own my heart, the crown upon my head, the essence of my life. Oh, you know me more. See as you smooth like silk, your voice like milk, heaven lost an angel when you came to me. You're so amazing, baby. I have to say it twice. This love you give me so, and I don't really. The queen will own my heart, the crown upon my head, the essence of my life. Oh, you know me more. The queen will own my heart, the crown upon my head, the essence of my life. Oh, you know me more.
Ogene achalugo nwanyị ọma m, ada na-eri ukwu anụ, asa nwa m, ọmalịcha nwa m, nwa ọma yiri igolo, ugegbe m, nwanyị ọma amụrụ amụ, ugo nwanyị m, ugo eze, obi dị ya, ọmụma asa ahụ, ọlaedo m, ụdara mmicha m, mmiri mma m, ọgwụ ọbara m, mmanụ aṅụ nke mmụọ, ncha nkọta m ji achọ mma, ose Nsụka, abụọgasị, oriakụ m.
You're the boss of your space, so leave that dial on Boss FM 95.5.
I'm
come on,
so
come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Seriously, do you know what I feel now?
Oh, wow.
I just feel like the African queen I am.
Mm.
You know? Thank you so very much for this beautiful and lovely song.
Okay.
Dedicated to the Queen of Love. I'm super excited. You know, in fact, I'm overwhelmed. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. All right, geez. Right now we are here again, Boss FM 95.5, Abuja, the station that knows the news and entertainment. And we are here on the last segment of you putting the call through, sending a shout out to anyone. It could be anybody, and we've got boxes of sweet for you to make your selection. All right, we've got chocolate, we've got candy, we've got caramel and lollipop for you. And in these boxes of sweet, we've got artists that you'll be choosing their number, and we'll play that song for you. All right, and you can follow us on our Facebook fan page, Boss FM 95.5 Abuja fan page on Facebook. You can like, comment, and share, because you can also stream us live wherever you are. You can stream us live on our Facebook fan page. And right now is the shout out segment. And you can put the call through to these numbers, our call numbers. And the numbers will be 0902 922 2944
or 0807 777 3288.
And you can also send us a WhatsApp messages to our WhatsApp platform, or also send us a text message to that number 09016252525.
Wow. Do you know how interesting and how beautiful it is for you to just call and send a shout out to somebody? Not just that, you picking a song for that person.
Yes.
You need to see how super excited I am in the studio right now. Seriously, as in I just felt swept off. He just swept me off my feet and gave me that queen look. Oh God, thank you so much. And that is what your shout out can do to anybody. Okay?
Just imagine the person listening to this station, this frequency. I'd be like, yeah, that's my name, and that's the person that just sending a shout out to me. You can just do that. You never know what you've done for that person, because that person might be thinking of something else. And obviously, just knowingly, you might just be listening to our voices here in the studio, Boss FM 95.5 Abuja, and he or she will be so super excited.
Yeah, and we just got a feedback from one of our listener. He's streaming live. He joined us on Facebook, and he did a video where they are dancing in the shop right now to Obimo. Thank you so very much, Boss Akin, all the way from Niger State. We see you. We see all of you. Thank you so very much for joining Boss FM Love City.
Yeah, you can also do that tomorrow, come Tuesday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. I know you wouldn't want to miss out that time, and you always don't forget, always come on time. It just always be here on time. All right, and right now we'll be expecting those calls from you, and we'll be going for this break as we'll be waiting for your calls. You know, so just put a call through. Just put a call through. Send a shout out. It could be your boss. It could be anyone. It could be your mom, your dad, your siblings. It could be your fiance or your wife. Anyone. It could be your husband. It could be me.
And it can be yourself. Some people say love is calm, babe, guy. Love is not a scam. Love is a very sweet thing.
Yeah.
Even as it's painful, when you get to the very middle, it's very, very sweet. Just start loving yourself. Love yourself, and you find someone that will love you more. Okay?
Exactly.
Don't go anywhere. Stay boss.
make I talk too much, make I no talk at all. Now your babe I call, baby check I love. Baby girl feel my melody, they make I dey think I'm love. This kind of love you give me, I be a miracle keeper, man in a miracle keeper, top of the pinnacle keeper. Fine girl from the east side, I'm in a miracle keeper. I've been a miracle keeper, top of the pinnacle keeper. I tell your guy, make it look up. You know, go nice if you fuck up. So I tell your guy, make it look up.
This is Boss FM 95.5 Abuja. We know the news and entertainment. Stay bossed.
My girl, she got a gun in her hand, and she keeps one in her mind. Baby girl, I know what I did. You ain't gotta run the amount, so run the amount. Baby, I say run the amount. Let me know how you really feel. So run the amount. You know I got a special spot to help you remember me. And every time you leave this spot, you know I get to see. Oh, she's bright like an electric bulb, so everybody gets to see. Yeah. And every time you leave this spot, you know I get to see. Yeah. But tonight you can call my phone. Tonight you can call me all night long. Tonight I represent the guy with the money who live fast, but still, baby, don't die young. Say tonight you can call my phone. Tonight you can call me all night long. Tonight I represent the guy with the money who live fast, but still, baby, don't die young. So tonight just go all the way with me, all the way with me. Tonight just go all the way with me, all the way with me. Tonight just go all the way with me, all the way with me. Tonight just go all the way with me, all the way with me. See a different love and I may not boast. Me, I keep on dodging them in my post. I don't even mind your number two. Tell me what you want, I want it too. But if you wanna go, I understand why. I can never be the number one guy. I don't even mind a number two. Tell me what you want, I want it too. You know I got a special spot to help you remember me. And every time you leave this spot, you know I get to see. Oh, she's bright like an electric bulb, so everybody gets to see. Yeah. And every time you leave this spot, you know I get to see. Yeah. But tonight you can call my phone. Tonight you can call me all night long. Tonight I represent the guy with the money who live fast, but still, baby, don't die young. Say tonight you can call my phone. Tonight you can call me all night long. Tonight I represent the guy with the money who live fast, but still, baby, don't die young. So tonight just go all the way with me, all the way with me. Tonight just go all the way with me, all the way with me. Tonight just go all the way with me, all the way with me. Tonight just go all the way with me, all the way with me. But tonight you can call my phone. Tonight you can call me all night long. Tonight I represent the guy with the money.
Yeah, tonight I can call my man, I can call my woman at any time as far as there is love. If there is love, you can call your man. You can call your woman at any time to check up on them without them saying, why are you calling me? Are you suspecting me? This, that one. It's only a place where there is no love. That is where they fight and argue about time.
And I think I have an advice for you listeners out there, that for the women, the moment you start thinking about your husband or your boyfriend cheating, that is the beginning of you being restless in the relationship. And for the men, the moment you start giving your woman that mindset of thinking you're cheating, believe me, that's the beginning of your own problem in the relationship. That's vice versa. I understand. That's why this Love City is here for you on how to go about your relationship or your marriage. All right, and right now this is where we'll call it a wrap, where we'll be saying good night to all the listeners out there listening to Boss FM 95.5 Abuja. Don't forget to always follow us on our Facebook fan page, Boss FM 95.5 Abuja fan page. And also, don't forget to be tuning on to this frequency from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. for Love City, and we're always here for any of you, any of the programs. All right. And right now, Boss Queen, I think this is the time we have to say good night to our listeners and our boss out there, because I know, to me, I never wanted to leave this studio now, because I know many of them would want to put the call through. They'll be like, wow, I came late. I don't know if you think so too. I think this is the time we'll have to just call it a wrap. And don't forget, I still remain your one and only Audio Gift Uche, and you can call me Boss Obwe Fee here on Boss FM 95.5 Abuja.
Yeah, a very big thank you to all the bosses out there listening to the sound of our voice. I want to thank you for also taking in the advice and working on your relationship. I also want to say a very big thank you to Lawrence Exploit. I don't know you, but love knows you. Thank you so very much for all the wonderful songs and the shout-out sent to me here on the Boss Station. This is me saying thank you to all of you. And I'm saying good night from here.
Good night.
Together we say stay boss.